Today I want to talk about token sales and initial coin offerings. These few months, there's an explosive growth in the number of initial coin offerings. There's so many projects coming live with their own special thing that they want to do. Initially, I thought there's maybe 3, maybe 10 projects per month, but the number is much greater than that. After going to China, I realized there's ICO competitions with 50 participants. That's utterly insane. And it's going to be a crazy time for the whole market overall. With this comes one important thing, which is prudence. I know right now there's so many projects. For example, we have Filecoin having $200 million of funding. We have Tesla's $250 million received. And a lot of projects prior to this are making so much money. For example, 10x, we have even the grandfather of them all, Ethereum, all making a lot of money, and there's serious room for serious FOMO here. So for a while, I was a little bit scared, and I was a little bit maybe overcautious of this. Seeing the sheer number here, I was a little bit cautious of how this can go forward. They're receiving so much money, and it's defeating a lot of projects that are going the traditional VC route. Then I came to a realization that this isn't just a fad. This is a new way of funding projects. This is a new way of getting ideas off the ground. And maybe every project deserves a chance. Even projects that are obscure as T-coin, categorizing tea, or marriage coin. With these, I think one thing that investors and people that are participating in these ICOs must really know is that every project needs to be evaluated to its core. You need to look at the members of the team, the project itself, and do an overall feasibility study. Sometimes not every concept lends itself to decentralization, especially consumer-facing products, because if you're facing the consumer, there's a lot of customer service that needs to be involved and a lot of overriding rules, and that's something that software is not very good at. If you're looking at decentralized apps, software is very, very rigid in the rules that's laid out. And having, special things, for example, even things like hacking. For example, if there's an account that has been hacked, what can you do with it? This is especially true in the gaming sector that I worked in, because a lot of customers need a lot of customer support. And customer support is a huge portion of the fees that goes out. And just having special rules there for certain things, if users' accounts getting hacked, funds getting stolen, or accidentally sending things off, these are all issues that need to be dealt with by customer support and might not be available for decentralized apps. So I think with these selection criteria, looking at a project, do a feasibility study, seeing if this really is a project that lends itself to decentralization. Then looking at a team, if they're actually capable of building it. With decentralized apps, it's probably easier to build than new coins, new protocols. Protocols are extremely hard to build and requires not just 9 to 5 people who work 9 to 5 jobs, but people who are dedicated and passionate about it. So examining the team and evaluating if they're capable of doing so is extremely important. And also with things that you're not familiar with, I've seen healthcare-based coins, dental coins. If you're not very familiar with the field, you should always look and do a lot of research for it. The thing is with ICOs is that they can reach a huge and broad audience base, and not every project is suitable for every person. And I just want to say that there is a lot of potential here for projects to receive funding, a lot of potential to kickstart off projects. And of course, the last criteria definitely is the project a security, because recently there's been more and more enforcement in terms of legal enforcement in this area. And even if you think that this project might be decentralized, its members and its team members are real people, and they might be paid in fiat currency, and in which case they are subject to local laws. So you have to make sure that this project isn't really hinging on laws, and they are actually protecting themselves from a possible legal setback. So with all these things in mind, I do want to say that this is my selection criteria. And this is how I want to look at token sales. And you should definitely seek out a professional financial consultant if you're looking to invest. I've also realized a lot of projects actually seek funding from traditional VC for blockchain first. For example, the Digital Currency Group or Fambushi Capital. So it's also interesting to look at what these groups are investigating and what kind of due diligence they are doing as well. And lastly, of course, just knowing that there's a lot of pre-rounds is also important, just in case that when you come in, you want to make sure that this project is not oversaturated already and not overfunded. So guys, that's what I think of token sales. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. I would love to hear what you guys think and how to improve on this kind of thinking philosophy for ICO sales. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.